I hid inside a wooden crate floating in the river, not realizing the current would suddenly sweep it away. As Otis drifted farther and farther behind me, panic set in. He sprinted along the bank, probably hoping to cut me off under the bridge. But he was just a second too late. After hesitating for a moment, he jumped into the water and tried to dog paddle his way toward me. But within minutes, he was exhausted, gasping for air, and had no choice but to drag himself back onto the shore. Just then, I heard a noise coming from the jungle. It was a black bear. I ducked down inside the crate, praying it hadn't seen me. Too late, the bear had already spotted me and reared up on its hind legs, like it had just been handed a delivery meal. Right at that moment, Otis came rushing back. He even managed to fight the bear off for a moment in the river, but he was no match for it and soon had to crawl back onto the bank, completely spent. The bear wasn't about to let that insult slide. Forgetting all about me, it charged straight at Otis. He had to run for his life. Meanwhile, my crate just kept drifting farther away. That was the last glimpse I had of him. Then, in my sleep, I was suddenly startled awake by a noise. A little piglet had gotten tangled in the brush. I freed him and decided to help him find his family. Luckily, his brothers and sisters weren't far, and soon they were all reunited. To thank me, their mother generously shared some food. With my strength restored, I set out again for home. What I didn't know was that Otis was still alive, racing in the same direction I had floated away. He slogged through mud and muck until he came across my empty crate in a lonely, desolate place. Inside was nothing but a single black feather. Thinking the worst had happened, his eyes filled with tears. Deep down, he probably believed my death was his fault. Meanwhile, I had climbed a tree to get my bearings when a venomous snake appeared out of nowhere. I panicked, slipped, and fell into a deep pit. The walls were too steep, had no way out. Just as despair began to take hold, I heard a familiar sound. It was Otis. Somehow, he always showed up when I needed him most. Clutching a rope he had found, Otis dropped it down to me. I clamped it in my teeth while he pulled with all his strength. Working together, we managed to haul me out. My heart swelled with warmth and relief. Neither of us had ever given up on the other, because in the end, you're my best friend.